When it rains, it pours because we have so much more information on TimeSplitters Forward. It's only been a few days since the leaked gameplay was shown on a PS3. It may have seemed that way, but I wasn't actually serious when I said they should add a gritty to TimeSplitters 4. The leak we got from Rob Steptoe couldn't look any closer to Fortnite if it tried. Let's have a talk about it. This might be pretty obvious to just about everyone, but I'm assuming Rob Steptoe did this because of the recent leaks, like the Reddit posts about the eBay posting and the purchasing of the PS3 itself, and then shortly after a live stream that featured them playing it. The PS3 owner had the footage streamed on some archival YouTube channel, but they privated the video for unknown reasons. I'm not sure why they would do that. I think a lot of people would love to check it out again, but don't worry if you didn't get to see it. I have some additional information on that version of the game once we get past the old Fortnite conundrum. There's a lot to unpack here. Maybe Steptoe did this to see if there's any audience for the direction they were going with. Probably not, because the studio is dead and he damn well didn't get permission to show the scraps that he had. He was very upset, saying alongside the leaked footage that Embracer Group can go hide in a cave somewhere. A very interesting way to tell someone to go fuck themselves. Now, I'm not pulling that information from the post itself because it was deleted shortly after for obvious reasons. Thankfully, we could still find everything that was leaked as far as the videos go. Originally, I wasn't going to share any of this because I found it through a different website, thinking that YouTube wouldn't be allowing it. But I did see some knuckleheads throw caution to the wind and just post it without any regard for what could happen doing that. And I'm not smarter than anyone else, so let's do it. Let's look at this. At least one of the modes, the Battle Royale mode, which would have been the selling point, as you could guess. But it also showed some stuff like additional modes, including Team Deathmatch, and a story mode, which is always a plus. But there's no telling what would have made it to the final product when all would have been said and done. Lots of things get left behind in development. You try so many ideas and see what you can get to work. Ultimately, can we really blame Free Radical for making such a blatant Fortnite-inspired game that their community probably wasn't going to want, considering most of them are old folks, which is fine. I mean, gaming has been around forever. Old folks want to play their video games too. It started development in 2021, which was a time where many studios were trying to cash in on the Battle Royale craze, even though a lot of players were fed up with the genre to some extent, and this leaked footage isn't exactly that surprising. The gameplay of it all doesn't really look all that bad compared to the rest of the Battle Royale sphere, and I do like the inclusions of the story mode and the deathmatch and that kind of stuff. I really like that in Fortnite 84, but nobody plays or talks about Fortnite 84. Not that it's a bad game, I'm not throwing shade at it at all. There's definitely a smaller community over there, and it can be fun at times. I know the mobile community probably has a lot of love for it. But let me tell you, there are some people that think this whole thing might be a big fake. Well, I think you might be able to make a case for that, but the original post was quickly deleted, so you really can't go back and reference it. But we do know it was Rob Steptoe, like I've said, and he seemed pretty irate about the entire situation that went down with TimeSplitters, and I think he's valid for that. TimeSplitters 4 was tossed and tumbled down a pretty shitty road and never really stood a solid chance. What do you think? Do you think it was real, or was it just a fake made to get a rise out of people? I personally think it's the former, and that they were just upset and wanted everyone to see what we could have had. That thing being something I personally don't even want. We have enough battle royales in the gaming world. Despite what studios think, it's never going to be easy for gamers to latch on to a new one. Gamers are always looking for something refreshing. Helldivers 2 is a great example of that. It was very well received, and it's still getting a lot of love, even if it's been like a month now. It feels like we jump off of games pretty quickly now, so a month feels like a pretty good indication of whether or not Helldivers 2 will be sticking around, and yes, it will be. It's a great game, and it's also really creative. Now, just wait a moment before you click off of this video, because that wasn't the only TimeSplitters 4 leak we had yesterday. That's right, we got an additional leak from the 2008 TimeSplitters 4 that was in development way before this. And this looked a lot more like TimeSplitters 4 should have been. Down to its gameplay and the characters and the guns, it also looked decently fun, even for today's standards. And I would guess this is the version of TimeSplitters 4 that the fans will look back onto as the one they almost got. Nah, I guess they kind of have to acknowledge the Battle Royale one, but this is the one that would have hit. It actually would have been a good game and a success and a worthy follow-up, and maybe could have helped keep some of their relevancy. Oh, what could have been. We miss you, TimeSplitters. This is real weird. What am I doing? No shade to the Battle Royale. A lot of people still like those games. It's just most people are dug into their Fortnites and Apex Legends and all that shit. No shade to Rob Steptoe and any of the other developers from Free Radical. No shade to anyone, except for Embrace Your Group. They can suck my hairy, weird penis. Wait. Bye. I am not buying Dead by Daylight. That shit sucks fucking ass. That's a valid opinion, you know? You do you. You do you, we do we. It does suck ass, but it's like a fun ass suck.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like their ass sucked once in a while, you know?
It's not like a hurtful ass suck. It's like
snag it up, then with the beef I'ma stack it up. Yeah, better rice, I lay it down then I nap it up. I'm on a roll when I'm macking up. Yeah.